Hey, I want to send my prayer to all my brother and sister who is in KwaZulu Natal, in Durban. It is a heavy rain, and a lot of people have lost their life, and some of them they have lost their loved one. They have lost their houses, and I want to send all my prayer. And apart from that, please, if you FaceTime or you always be here, leave a comments below, and do please follow me on the Instagram Mntwana underscore Wabantu. Reason because there we have a very special program of feeding the homeless. It's not only homeless because it's not only feeding only that can be enough. Only we equip our brother and sister with the skills so that they can be able to employ themselves and have the independence mindset. Means they can create their own small business and feed their own and their own family. So do please go to Instagram and try to underscore a bunch. You can see what we do with the homeless. And it's not only homeless, if a brother will have a lace. So because that's what my grandmother told me. Always give back, give back, give back, give back. And if you need my service or you want to inquire my service, you can simply email me Mntwana Wabantu at gmail.com. Small letter. Mntwana Wabantu at gmail.com. All the link of all this information under the link below. Now let's get started. So are not true. So now we want to find out which is not true here. So what we're gonna do, which is not true, which of the following is not true? Now we go. We say okay. So you see here, this is y. So I'm gonna rearrange this stuff. So I'm gonna say okay, this start with y is y, and then minus x, and then minus z. Over. Let me start with y because here is y. You see, I want to arrange in a good order. Oh, let me start x, y, z in good order. So the top one is going to be x, y, z. Either way, does not matter. Okay. Okay, let me follow the bottom one. So if I want to follow is the bottom one, it means the first one must be x on top, means it's going to be negative x. And then there's a y. Here, y is positive, right? So positive y. And the last one is negative z on top. At the bottom, just x minus y and then plus z. So what we're going to do for them to be equal means I need to factor out the negative because there's a negative here on top. So it's going to be negative bracket. If you take negative out here, it's going to be x. If you take a negative and positive y, it's going to be negative y. And if you take negative here, it's going to be positive z on top. And here at the bottom is x minus y plus z. Can't you see this and this have the same sign now? I mean, this and this is going to cancel. So it's negative 1 times 1 because here is going to be 1, 1. So 1 times negative 1 equal to negative 1 over 1 equal to negative 1. See? So you see, and they say which are not true. So this is true here. So some people they mix it. Let me say it again. Let me do other way. If I had to switch because which one did I switch? I switched the one on top, right? Let me switch the one at the bottom. So let's leave the way how it is, y minus x. Now let's come switch at the bottom. Means they start with y, right? So it's going to be minus y and the x, right? X here is positive at the bottom and z is positive. So what I'm going to do here, look, they're not the same. So I'm going to factor out negative from the bottom. So if I take this going to be y exactly. If I factor out negative here, so this is going to become positive y. If I take negative out here, it's going to be negative x. And if you take negative out here, it's going to be negative z. So these and this cancel. So here you're going to be left with 1, 1, 1 over 1, 1. But there's a negative here, it's going to be negative 1. Now, is negative 1 equal to negative 1? Oh, yes, it's true. Negative 1 equal to negative 1. Negative 1 equal to negative 1. See, and they say they want something which is not true. So this is true here. This is true. So what we're going to do now, let's go for the second one. Because they say they want something which is not true. So for B, they say, see, for B, they say, if this tab equal to that, and then this is less than that, then only for A is greater than 0. Look, me personally, I can disprove this statement only using this statement here. They say this less than 0 for A is greater than 0. Even if I don't look the other stuff. This statement is not true. You know why? Look, if you say this, look, 9a squared minus b squared And they say only when is a is greater than 0, and then when you put this stuff, it's going to be equal to 0. Let's see. Now, let me put a, the value of a, let's say is less than 0. Let me take -2. If you say 9, put -2 because they say a must be greater than 0. Okay, if I put -2 here, 24 minus b. What is a b? B can be any number. Let's say any number. Okay. Okay, so let's say b equal to any number. Let's see. But no, that's not a good example. Let's take the whole. It's algebraic and prove this, right? So I'm gonna say now. They say when a plus b is less than 0, and then if this is less than that one, and then that one equal to that. Now, let me try to cross here. If you cross, it's going to be 3a minus b, and then 3a plus b, this and this one, and less 1. In other way, if you multiply by 3a plus b multiplied by 3a plus b, this and this cancel, so it's going to give us 1 less than, and then this is going to be 3a minus b, 3a minus b, times 3a plus b, 3a plus b. So now we want to see, they say for this to be less means this, it must be less than 0, which is not true in my opinion, because you know what, look, not only this must be less than 0, because this can be greater, let's say it's a positive number, and this become negative number, it's still going to give us less than 0. So not only when, because you know, if you have a positive times negative, you get what? Negative, which is less than 0. But not only when you start with the positive and negative, somebody could have started negative and positive, still is going to get less than 0, because negative and positive is going to give us negative, which is less than 0. So to say this a plus b less than 0 means they say this must be only when less than 0. It's not true, because now look, it's greater than 0, which is positive number. And now I'll make the other one less than 0. When you multiply, give less than 0. So this statement is not true. We can even switch. It still give us less than 0. I don't know if you understand. If you got question, let me know. Or let me say slow a little bit for slow learner. Just a second. So what I did here, right? I just cross. I say multiply this and that. It's going to give us what? 3a, because you can cross. You know, if somebody gives us a equal to 1 over c, you can say cross multiplication a times c, ac equal to 1 times 1 equal to 1. So that's what I did here. Say this multiplied by this, like a crossing. This and this is going to give us 3a minus b multiplied by 3a plus b. And then it's going to be less than 1. So according to the information, they say for us to have this one here, it must be less than 0. The one with the plus. They say this must be less than 0. But hey, we know whenever we have a positive and negative times negative term is always going to give us negative. Negative is always less than 0. Anything negative is less than 0. Or from the number line. Anything negative is 0 is less than 0. So now I'm going to disprove it to say not only when 3a plus b is less than 0, and then we have this. Because example, okay, because they say only when this is less than 0, this is negative number, this positive number, and then it's going to give us less than 0, which is not true. Not only that, this is true, but not only that, because I can switch. How if I say, let me make this negative and let me make this positive? It's still going to give me negative 10, which is less than 0. So since that one disproved means everything what? Disproved. It's not true. Now let's go for the last one. So for the last one, they say, they give you alpha plus beta. So we want to expand to see if it's going to give you that. Now, what does that mean? This meaning is alpha plus beta, alpha plus beta. Because when you say square, means multiply the same thing again. It's like say 2 square. 2 square means 2 times 2. So you say alpha plus beta square means alpha plus beta times alpha plus beta. Now let's expand it. Alpha times alpha, alpha square. The first one with the second one plus alpha beta, because you multiply for the first one for the second one. Now we come here. Alpha times beta, beta, and then beta times beta plus beta square. So this is going to give us alpha square plus, these are like 10. Means it's 2 alpha beta plus beta square. And if you can look careful, square plus, no, this is not true because here it's supposed to have a 2 here. Okay, and according to the question, they say which of the following is not true. So what is not true is B and C. But according to this one here, so for that they say, look, right? If you can look in the option, it seems like none of the option ahead. But at this question here for text, it's just my opinion. I think it could be a mistake with this question. But hey, please, just tell me what you think. But for my understanding or my thinking process, I'm thinking if this could be positive, and then we know none of them could be correct because we know the face when I get -1, if it was not gonna be equal to 1, then this was gonna be not true, and this is not true. Now for the last one, we have checked it also, it's not true. Then I was gonna go for the last option. If this was gonna be positive, if this was gonna be positive, do you understand? If this was gonna be positive, however, if not that, and then I could have rather picked this the right answer. But I do believe the writer or the composer of this exam, because of this question, because I had the same question for past year, and then we had a positive here. I'm not saying it must be the same question. And if it could be the positive, then we know this is wrong, and this is not true. Means everything is not true. So for that case, I was going to say option 5 is the right answer. But however, because now here in this question, the right answer is B and C, and we don't have that option here. So for that case, me personal, I want to pick option 5 because this is not true, this is not true, and this is true. So since 2 of them, which I do believe may be unintentional, they write out someone who made this question supposed to write positive here so that all of them is not true, and the last option could be none of them. So me personal, I would rather take option 5 because the only true option is option 1. And here in the question they say which are not true. This is not true, this is not true. More are not true. So I'd rather say none of them, even though it's wrong what I'm picking. But hey, I'll rather go for that, okay? I've been saying, man, let's just stop here for that question, and I'm gonna continue the next video. Thanks.